To make graph 1, what we're going to do is open up an Excel spreadsheet. And if you don't know how to do that, go to Start, type in EXCEL, and then go ahead and click on the app and open it up. First graph says to plot atomic radius as a function of atomic number. So what we want to do is plot atomic number on the x-axis and atomic radius on the y. The data tells us to do 3 through 20, elements 3 through 20. So I'm going to type 3, hit enter, type 4, hit enter, type 5, hit enter, and you can keep doing that all the way until you get to 20. There's also a little shortcut that we can do. What we do for that is we go right back up here to our data set and we click down and drag just like that. There's a little green box here in the corner. What you're going to do is click that and pull it all the way down. And you notice your numbers are starting to climb up. We're going to do that all the way until we get to 20. If it doesn't go there, you can just click it and drag it again. That's just a little shortcut to type in those numbers faster. In the next data set we're going to enter is the y-axis, and that is atomic radius. So what I want you to do is go ahead and pause the video and type in all those data numbers, and then hit play again once you've typed that in. Once you've typed all that in, go ahead and look at it again and make sure that it's exact. Like right here, if you have 0.8, and if you make that 80, your graph is going to be really off. So go back and make sure that all your numbers are correct. Once you've done that, we're going to make our first graph. So what we're going to do is highlight all the data sets that we need. So we're going to click right here on 1A and click and drag until you've highlighted all of your data points. Once you've done that, we're going to go up here to the top, right where it says Insert. We're going to click that, and we're going to go all the way over here. And there's all these different graphs and charts that we can use. We're going to use this one right here. We're going to highlight that. It's called a scatter plot. So we're going to click on the scatter plot, and then we're going to click this one right here in the bottom corner. And what that's going to do is show us our data points with the dots, and it's going to go ahead and connect those lines for us. So go ahead and click on that, and then it'll insert your first graph. Once you've entered that first graph, we've got to add a few things to this, because right now it's missing some things. It doesn't have a title, doesn't have some axis labels. We want to go ahead and add those things in. Next thing you want to do is click this plus sign right at the top, and that's going to pull up a chart elements menu. And you see there's some things that we can click here. We can go ahead and add axis titles, and we'll go back and edit those. And there's other things you can do, like add your data labels so you can see the numbers. And those are different things that you can add on here just for us to be able to look at it. So what I'm going to do is once I've added my axis titles, I'm going to go in here and actually edit this to type in the correct label for what that is. So on that column for Y, that is our atomic radius. So I'm going to click on that and type it in. And we want to go ahead and add the unit. And so it is picometers. After you've typed that one in, we can go down here and click on the X, and that was atomic number, so we'll go ahead and type that in too. And the most important part on this, we need to know what we're looking at, so we're going to edit our title. And so this graph is atomic radius versus atomic number. We want to make sure we know exactly what we're looking at. The very last thing we're going to do is change our axis down here on the X. This is like when you're graphing on your graphing calculator and you want to change the scale. That's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to click down here on the number, just any of these numbers, and you'll notice it's going to highlight a box. Once we do that, we're going to right click, and then we're going to click on Format Axis. What that's going to do is pull up this menu over here. Make sure that you're clicking on the one with the 3 bars. It's called Axis Options. If you're on a different menu like one of these, just click over here until you've got that, and that's going to pull it up. What we're looking at here is our units, and so our majored, which is down here on the X, is counting by 5s. We want to go ahead and change that to 1.0 just because our elements on the periodic table increase 1 at a time. So once I hit 1.0, we can hit enter, and that's going to change your scale down at the bottom. Once you have that, that is your very first graph. When you're ready to make your second one, what you're going to do is click down here on the plus sign, and that's going to add up another sheet for you. And you can go back and forth, and you can keep adding your graphs in here. We want you to go ahead and make all 4 graphs on here. That way you can just save it in one location and have them. And then you can click back and forth between the 4 of them. And that's the end of our first video here.